Now, yesterday we're up in Blue Ridge, 2 days, St LLC, Councilwoman Angie Arp. I'm going to put the video up. I'm going to briefly go through some pictures. I'm going to give you a couple highlights, and I want to make sure you understand, I'm not quoting anything. I'm doing this basically from memory of standing in the back of the room. And I'm doing this from memory, so these are not exact quotes. I want to make sure you understand that. But I'm going to give you a lot of reasons to watch. Why am I floating around like a spaceship, Lonnie? Can't you get that straightened out during the break? Lord, it's good to be back. But anyhow, what I'm looking at here is this is going to give you, I'm going to give you a couple highlights, no quotes, St LLC versus Angie Arp, City Councilwoman of Blue Ridge. And the video, the second half of the video will be up tomorrow. We will be, my guess is 4 to 6 weeks, not 30. I don't think we're going to get an answer from Judge Martha Christian in 30 days. So go ahead, give me some slideshows. Give me the first picture and stay there. And quit having me float around. I'll get dizzy watching. All right, this is Judge Martha Christian. Judge Martha Christian is presiding over this. She's hearing the case for the last 2 days. She's a visiting judge in the circuit. She's here all the time for Scott Kiker because probate judge Scott Kiker has to almost have a special judge assigned to him because none of the judges in the Appalachian Judicial Circuit can actually hear Judge Kiker's cases due to conflict. So you, the citizen, basically pay for a spare judge to come in almost full time to hear Scott Kiker's cases. Or not, it's opinion. I hear you screaming out there. But anyhow, she has to come in to hear probate judge Scott Kiker's cases, the ones he said he wouldn't take if he got elected. Those cases, oh, we'll hear that next week. Hey, I got stuck on that. Go to the next picture. Ada Street. Oh, Angie. Angie, I'm going to ask you now. This is me. Angie's right there. Councilwoman Arp, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Do you swear to tell the truth about all those parking spaces? Do you swear to tell the truth about the 2-hour spaces did you remove those signs? Do you swear to tell the truth? Do you like Steve Oyer or you don't like Steve Oyer? Do you swear to tell the truth? Nothing but the truth, the whole entire truth. Just saying. It's on the video, folks. Just saying. That's Councilwoman Angie Arp, swearing to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Just saying. We'll see what the judge thinks. Councilwoman Arp is the defendant here. The city has been removed from the lawsuit, and the city has been removed, and the other council members, Rodney Kendall and Bruce Pack, have been removed from the lawsuit, and it's just to see, did Councilwoman Arp, was she malicious in her vote and her attempt to keep Steve Oyer and the partners of St LLC from building the 32-unit project? Okay, so she's on the stand, and let's go. Can you go back if I want to go back to one, Lonnie? Or is it going to knock you out of the chair? Yeah, because I might have to go back to, I might have to look at her again. I just can't get over her swearing to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But no, I'm not implying anything, folks. No, not me. Go to the next picture. Oh, there's the crowd. Now, here's the interesting thing about the crowd. They got rowdy, too. That was a rowdy crowd over there. No, I'm just joking. Here's the crowd. Now, here's the interesting thing. This is the Ada Street LLC side. Now, I didn't take a picture of the other side. Okay? This is their side of the courtroom. On Miss Arp's side of the courtroom, nobody's there. Nobody's there. I mean, Angelina Powell sat over there, but I'm not going to say she was there for her or anything. That wouldn't be appropriate. I don't know why she was sitting over there. I'm not going to say that. But really, that side was empty. I would have thought, all of her friends and all of the people that supported her and everything like that would show up. But interesting. Okay, just say it. Observation. Just say it. Go to the next slide. Oh, it's Angie again. I didn't know I had two in there. She had that concerned look. See, she would have that look over to the right. See, that was her to the right look. You know, she would, you see, she's looking out and she's peeping over to the right a little bit. And that would be for Mr. Siphon. Now, I seen it myself. That's David Siphon, city attorney. Every once in a while would go, I don't know if he was just bobbing his head because he couldn't stay awake. I don't know what it was, but every once in a while his head would go up and down, and every once in a while his head would go from side to side. I don't know. Just saying. Just saying. I don't know. I don't know if he was helping with the answers. I don't know. But that's her look over to the right for see if maybe see Mr. Siphon was I don't know. Next one. Oh, I got to get out of the way, Lonnie. Which way am I going? Am I out of the way now for that one? That's Mayor Donna Whitener looking over at the judge. That's the mayor. Now, the mayor testified yesterday to, she heard Angie Arp say that, Steve Oyer would never get anything passed. As she heard, she was aware that Angie Arp didn't like Steve Oyer, and one thing after another. So Donna Whitener's on there. You'll see that on the video. That's Mayor Blue Ridge City Mayor Donna Whitener. She testified for about an hour and a half. Go to the next one. Now here's Steve Oyer. Okay, Steve goes up, and Mr. Oyer goes up there, and he's sitting there, and he went over everything very extensively and in full detail with both attorneys. Go to the next one. Oh, there's Cindy Trimble. Now, she's swearing to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help her God. So Cindy Trimble, she goes in there, and she testifies to Councilwoman Arp showing up with a city crew that removed the 2-hour only parking signs. Now, what's the big deal about the 2-hour only parking signs in front of the Beanery, L&L Beanery? I used to go to the L&L Beanery all the time, okay? Now, they're closed. Not that I don't go there anymore. They're closed because a new owner, Nathan Fitz, has the Beanery now, and he's opening something called the Vault. He's opening the Vault, I think will be the name, and he's doing renovation now. But I used to go to the Beanery quite often. And I would have to circle the block, I'm no exaggeration, 2 and 3 times to find a parking space. I would have to walk blocks sometimes just to go to the Beanery. Well, sometimes I got lucky and got a parking space right in the front. But the argument about the parking that everybody hears about, okay, and that was at City Hall, which I have the video, is in front of the Beanery in Blue Ridge. That's right across the street from the depot for the train, okay? Blue Ridge Scenic Railroad. Well, obviously people are going to park as close as they can for the train. But if visitors are there to ride the train, they're going to park and they're basically going to stay in that space all day long. That's a pretty long excursion, and people spend anywhere from 4, 5, 6 hours in the city when they do that. So there's 3 or 4 businesses. It's not just the Beanery. There's real estate agent. There's a tea room or something like that. There's several businesses in front of that depot that they had 2-hour parking. I had 20, 25 spots. 2-hour parking. So if you wanted to go to the Beanery and get a sandwich for lunch, because or get coffee in the morning, there was parking rotation. If you wanted to go to the tea room, whatever down through there, okay? I forget how many, 20, 25 spots that they reserved for the businesses so they can have some turnover and somebody didn't just park there, which, as you well know, it's not uncommon for businesses to have 1-hour parking signs or for their store only or something like that. So the city had an ordinance or something in there, 2-hour parking. Well, it came down yesterday, and you'll see this in the video, and I'll look at it a little further. Who supported who in an election? I mean, this was, I tell you what, I really, this was troubling yesterday, because it was not a situation where, sorry about the vibration on the table. It wasn't a situation where there was so much of right and wrong in this yesterday. I was actually hearing who supported who. Okay, who supported Donna Whitener, and they asked Cindy Trimble here on the stand. Go to the next one there. Cindy probably get mad at me just getting up there. Oh, there's Rhonda Thomas. We'll get to that in a minute. But they asked Cindy Trimble on the stand. Okay, they said, who did you support? Did you support Angie Arp? No, I did not, she said in there. Did you support Mayor Whitener? Yes, I did. Did you support Linda Thomas, who ran for city council? Yes, I did. Folks, this has come down to who supported who in an election. I really, seriously, all jokes aside, that there's over $1 million project that's been put on hold. I'm going to say on hold. I mean, this is my opinion, is this is a vendetta because certain people didn't support Councilwoman Arp and some other people in the election. So this is vendetta is my opinion. Now, so the parking spaces were taken up. So the Beanery no longer had the 2-hour parking, and you couldn't find a spot. You would circle the block, and it basically put the lady out of business. I mean, it just did. It basically put that corner out of business. Now, the understanding is there's an email from the new owner. That's my understanding, I think, or a request from the new owner to Councilwoman Arp, or a request somewhere to put the spaces back. I do know there's supposedly an email from Councilwoman Arp saying that she wanted the city to review putting the 2-hour parking spaces back now that there's a new owner and the person that Miss Arp does not like is no longer in town. Yes, that's pretty much what this case is about. Now, Councilwoman Rhonda Thomas, this was interesting. I keep saying they're not quotes. You'll see it on the video, but I don't want to get it wrong because they're all going to get worked up anyway, all right? You know, Johnny Cersei's looking for a good reason to taser me anyway. Here's the thing. Councilwoman Rhonda Thomas gets up there. And I think the defense attorney said something like, is it true, Councilwoman, you don't like Councilwoman Angie Arp? Oh, yeah, that's true. I don't like her. Yeah, I don't like her. Yeah, that's true. Have you at one time implied she's like crazy and could use medication? Oh, yeah, yeah. I think her actions are insane. I think they're absolutely insane. And yes, I think she could use some medication. Now, I'm not a psychiatrist, so that's not a medical opinion. But if you look at her actions, they're pretty insane, and I think she might need medication. That's on the video. I'm not quoting this, so you can go watch the video. I mean, Rhonda Thomas goes after it hard. Now go to another picture. That was pretty good. That's all my pictures? I thought I had more pictures. I sent you more pictures. You didn't load them. Folks, St LLC will be in about 6 weeks, my opinion, and I will get all the video up and I'll do a full report on it Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, when I actually can bring you some more information about the court case. What it is there's 4 partners that wanted to build on Ada Street. I think I had more pictures in line, I just didn't put them up. There's 4 partners that want to build a project on Ada Street that got turned down. It went to the planning and zoning and got passed unanimously in planning and zoning. And it went before the council and was turned down. And there's a strong feeling that Councilwoman Angie Arp just does not like Steve Oyer and his partners, and that's just all there is to it. I, for one, yesterday would have called 20 more witnesses, no exaggeration. I would have. I would have called Bruce Pack. See, Councilwoman Arp put out an email, and it's all in the video, early on in her administration when she got sworn in. And she sent out an email to the city attorney, David Siphon, basically saying, just putting it together here, basically saying, hey, Councilman Kendall and Councilman Pack and I are all three on the same page. You need to listen to us. You don't need to listen to Harold Herndon, Rhonda Thomas, and the mayor. We got this covered. We're running the show now, and you probably pretty much want to disregard everything they're doing. Then, in the last zoning meeting, she invited David Siphon, the city attorney, Blue Ridge city attorney, over to be a part of the zoning meeting without even letting the mayor or anyone else know he was invited to come. And I'd like to know when David Siphon, why can't we put him on the stand and ask him when's the last time he went to a zoning meeting for the city at all? When's the last time he wrote a zoning rule? It's a long story, it's deep, don't want to bore you. The video will be up. We're going to have the full video up, and we'll do a story probably about Tuesday. All right? I'll review some other things. I'm your host, BKP. Angie Arp there, Councilwoman Angie Arp, swearing to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help her God. And we'll see what Judge Christian thinks about that. We'll have more on that Tuesday. When we come back, we're going to look at Johnny Searcy's campaign finance real quick. We'll take a quick look, okay? Chief of Police. Don't taser me, Johnny. You know you're looking for a good reason. Go to break there, Lonnie.